So we've covered a lot of material, and this material hopefully will be used by you every day. And never feel uncomfortable or feel bad going back to review any section of this material, because I myself do it. And there's nothing wrong with going back and saying, oh, this is what the eyes can tell us, or this is what the neck tells us, or this is what the hands tell us. These things are important, and they're important to be reviewed. Now, how do we put this all together for our clients? Well, number one is we have to think of our clients, our employees, the people we are trying to endear ourselves to first and foremost, not us. What's going to make them comfortable? Are they going to be comfortable in a quiet setting? Of course. Are they going to be comfortable where there's a lot of noise and distractions? No. This is a no-brainer, so you need to be thinking about this first and foremost. Secondly, what do I have there present? Well, whatever contributes to that. If you know they're a coffee drinker, have coffee available. If you know they're tea drinkers, don't offer them coffee. We want to be flexible with time. Maybe they have to go home to pick up their children, or they have chores to do, or whatever. Be sensitive to time. Nobody wants their time wasted. The other thing is, don't repeat things beyond that which is necessary. If you say things once, that's good. Twice, even better. 3 times, that's it. Don't go beyond that, because we actually reject people who repeat things more than 3 times. So we want to think about conserving energy, conserving time, being available to these individuals. And don't hesitate to say, look, I only have 10 minutes, but these 10 minutes are yours. So I want you to be thinking about space. I want you to be thinking about presentation. I also want you to think about how you're dressed. Do you present as someone who is perceived to be honest? And we've all seen the caricatures of the used car salesperson with the checkered outfit and the gold chain and so forth. And you say, well, that's a stereotype. That stereotype came from somewhere. That wasn't just invented out of the blue. And there is a reason why, people who work for IBM have a certain look and bankers have a certain look, is because we want certain reassurance that we draw from these individuals. We want pilots. When we board that airplane, we want that pilot in blue pants and a white shirt, because this conveys confidence and it conveys competence. We don't want somebody showing up there and they've got spiked hair and they're just looking weird at us. Clothes, presentation have a lot of meaning. And we need to consider these things when we're dealing with clients. We also want to be careful with who we expose to when we're dealing with other people. If there's no necessity to have superfluous people around, then why have them there? In essence, they're a distraction. So we want to think about the location, but we also want to think about ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with rehearsing what you're going to say so that you have economy of words and your words become powerful. Your words become more important, because they are economized. You also want to think about how you present things, the emotions behind it, the emphasis behind it, because this is how we make decisions. So we've gathered together a lot of material. We've presented this in a very tight format, and we want you to take this information with you and think about how you can improve yourself and improve your communications with other people by utilizing this. And remember this, and this is perhaps the bottom line in all of this: how we present, how we transmit this information, how sensitive we are to other people, how empathic we are when we say to someone, well, how are you feeling about this, or what do you think, and so forth. Our attitude towards communication is in fact contagious. If we really believe in something, it will be transmitted through our own belief, not because of what we say, but how we say it. Now, you may be asking yourself, all right, I've been in this organization for 3 to 5 years, and I don't seem to be moving in any one direction, or I seem to be caught up in this sort of plateau. Well, one of the things that I truly believe in is reinventing yourself. And there's many ways to reinvent yourself. Everything from, change what you're reading every day, change your exercise routine, change the things that you're interested in so that you're not the same person that you were 30 minutes ago when you were complaining about the fact that you're not moving forward. And changing other things. For instance, looking at how you dress, what your attire looks like, your posture, your body, all the things that you do every day and say, can I change these things? Oftentimes you see this in people when they're dating and then they break up and then the next time they're seen, they're wearing new clothes and they look different. Something so simple as that transformation, the clothing, the places they visited, the kinds of things that they're reading and so forth will definitely influence you. And certainly showing up to the office and having a different attitude, or maybe even asking for a lateral transfer into something else that maybe motivates you even more. Maybe that's all that's needed to move you in a new direction. But don't always assume that this should come from the outside. If you find yourself in the same place, if you find yourself stagnant, first ask yourself, what can I do to change myself? And then move forward to change those things and see if that doesn't bring change. And in fact, what you'll find is that change will come and it will be favorable in your way. I think it's a question worthy of examination is, what's the difference between leadership and bravado? Leadership is when you consider the options and you go forward with the right attitude to accomplish a mission or an objective. I think bravado is where you recklessly ignore facts, where you recklessly ignore things, and you move forward thinking, oh, this is the best thing to do, without giving due consideration to everything that's involved. I can tell you that many a person has been killed, or many a person has lost their business because they exercise bravado thinking that this is leadership. No, leadership is being smart and doing the maximum that we can with what we've got. Bravado is we have a lot of emotional involvement in something and we're going to move forward in spite of the facts that facts and other circumstances say do not move forward.